A very good morning, dear children. I welcome you all to today's session. Dear children, today we are going to do something related to grammar. How about reading a passage? So, are you ready? Alright. So, today let us do a reading section of an assignment. Now, children, you all know what do we mean by reading section? Yes, we are going to do a passage and going to answer the questions after reading that passage. This is called reading comprehension. Alright? Now let us read the given passage and answer the questions that follow. So are you ready? A passage is going to come and you will be reading it with me. After that, we will try to solve the questions together. So let us read. Alright, here is a story about the wolf and the woodcutter. Have you heard this story before? Let us see what do we have in this story. Once upon a time, a wolf used to live in a jungle. He was very wicked and always tried to steal the food of other animals. One day, he was passing through a narrow way to the jungle. All of a sudden, he saw a loaf of bread and a piece of meat in a hole of a tree. He became happy as he was very hungry. So students, this is our para 1. And what is this about? Yes, you're right. This is about a wolf. So where did the wolf live? You're right again. The wolf used to live in a jungle. How was he? Good or bad? Yes, he was very bad. Wicked means bad. Why? What did he do? He always tried to steal the food of other animals. Children, stealing is not a good thing, right? Yes, that is why the wolf was bad. Now one day what happened? One day he was passing through a narrow way to the jungle. And then what did he see? Yes, he saw a loaf of bread and a piece of meat. Children, where did he see these things? You're right, he saw them in a hole of a tree. And how did he feel? He became happy. Why? As he was very hungry. Alright, this is the way we understand a passage. Read every line and then try and understand the meaning of every sentence. Let us read further. The hungry wolf squeezed into the hole and ate all the food. It was a woodcutter's lunch. He was on his way back to the tree to have his lunch. On reaching there, he saw that there was no food in the hole, but he found the wolf. On seeing the woodcutter, the wolf tried to get out of the hole, but he couldn't. His tummy was swollen. The woodcutter caught the wolf and gave it a nice beating. So children, this is our para 2. Now let us try and understand this sentence by sentence. So when the wolf saw the lunch of woodcutter, he squeezed into the hole. Squeezed means somehow fit into that hole. And he ate all the food. That is very bad. Why? because it was a woodcutter's lunch. He was on his way back to the tree to have his lunch. And then, what did the woodcutter do when he saw this? On reaching there, he saw that there was no food in the hole. Did he find anything? Yes, the woodcutter found the wolf. What did he do? On seeing the woodcutter, the wolf tried to get out of the hole because he was scared. But then, could he come out? No. Why? Because his tummy was swollen. He had eaten so much of food, right? That his stomach was all fatty. And then finally, the woodcutter caught the wolf and he gave it a nice beating. Do you think the woodcutter did right? I feel because if someone steals someone else's things, then surely that person who steals the things will be punished. And so, the wolf got punished. What do we learn out of the story, children? Yes, the moral, the learning is stealing is sin. What do we mean by sin? Dear children, sin means a big mistake. So, we should never do stealing. And I'm sure you all are good children, right? You will never do such a thing and stop others from doing so. Wasn't it a wonderful story? Yes, I enjoyed it. Now, let us do the comprehension-based questions. Are you ready? So, we have the first question. Tick the correct answer. The wolf was a kind animal or a greedy thief? Now, children, understand it. The wolf stole the food of the woodcutter. So what do you think? Was it a kind animal? Kind means who helps others, who does good to others. And was he a greedy thief? Yes, I'm sure you got it right. He was a greedy thief. So the answer is greedy thief. Okay, let us see next. The wolf saw a lump of sugar or a loaf of bread in the hole of a tree. Yes, children, you can anytime refer back to the slides and see the story again. So now tell me, what was it in the hole of a tree? It was a loaf of bread. Yes, I'm sure you all got it right. Now tell, why did the wolf become happy? So children, do you remember the incident? Why did the wolf become happy? Now please understand, this question is in past tense. So the answer should also be in past tense. He became happy to see a loaf of bread and a piece of meat in a hole of a tree. Remember? This was explained in para 1, right? Yes, the wolf became happy. Why became? Children, because the verb in the question is become and it is the past form. It is a present form, sorry. But the question is in past tense, did. So we will change become into became. The past form will be used in the answer. Okay? Remember the rules of tenses always when you write something. Shall we move next? The next question is, what did the wolf do when he saw the woodcutter. So children, what did the wolf do? Yes, recall the incident. What happened when he saw the woodcutter? And remember, the past tense should be used in the answer. Why? Because in the question, did is used, which is a past form. Okay? Are you ready for the answer? Yes, the answer is on seeing the woodcutter, the wolf tried to get out of the hole. Remember? Yes, when the woodcutter came, the wolf tried to get out of the hole. Right? Very good. Now, dear children, find the synonyms of the given words from the story. Synonyms, what are they, dear children? Yes, synonyms means the words which have the same meaning. And the first word given to you is bad. Now you have to find its synonym from para 1. So just see your para 1 again. And if you remember, I had explained the meaning of all the typical words. So I am sure it must be easier for you. And what is the next word? Stomach, which is in para 2. The synonym of stomach is in para 2. So dear children, read the paragraphs again. Do you want to have a look at the para? Okay, let us see. We can refer back anytime to see our paragraph. Para 1 is, once upon a time, a wolf used to live in a jungle. He was very wicked and always tried to steal the food of other animals. One day, he was passing through a narrow way to the jungle. All of a sudden, he saw a loaf of bread and a piece of meat in a hole of a tree. He became happy as he was very hungry. Now children, I'm sure you must have got your word. What was the word? Bad. So the synonym of bad is? Okay, we'll see it later. You must have got, so you write it for yourself. The para 2 is, the hungry wolf squeezed into the hole and ate all the food. It was a woodcutter's lunch. He was on his way back to the tree to have his lunch. On reaching there, he saw that there was no food in the hole, but he found the wolf. On seeing the woodcutter, the wolf tried to get out of the hole, but he couldn't. His tummy was swollen. The woodcutter caught the wolf and gave it a nice beating. Moral: stealing is sin. So dear children, have you got the synonym of the second word? Stomach was the word, right? Now let us see the answer. So the first word, what was that? Bad. And the answer is wicked. Very good. And the second word answer is tummy. Let us have the next question. Frame a sentence with wicked. Now children, you know the meaning of wicked? Bad. And this word is used as an adjective for persons or situation. One example you have seen in the paragraph. Yes, the wolf was wicked. So try and make any new sentence with this word. It can be, we should not be wicked to others. My friend is wicked at times. The God punishes the wicked persons. We should not talk to people who are wicked. So I have given you examples of many sentences. Okay? Children, that brings to the end of this session. I am sure this reading passage must have been interesting for you and easy as well. Children, reading comprehension helps us revise so many things. We come to know the stories. We come to how to write the stories. We also get our vocabulary enrichment, right? So go through the video again, find out your answers and enjoy the story.